We're in the studio now.
This is the audio board.
This is our green wall.
This is the teleprompter.
Is one of our HD cameras with a built-in teleprompter.
This is the video production classroom at Ridgeview High School. To describe this education facility as state-of-the-art really sells it short.
We've been extremely blessed with the equipment that we've been given here.
Keith Bleyer is the TV production teacher at Ridgeview. He brings 20 years of real-world TV experience to the classroom, so he knows the value of his cutting-edge program.
It starts in the classroom that I'm sitting in, which is big and airy and bright. That's something new for former Redmond High School students. But on top of that, you have 16 digital editing systems. The kids, we haven't even turned it on yet. We're taking little baby steps because they've got to learn the concepts of television. They've got to learn what makes good television.
2 high-definition field camera setups, robotic cameras at the football field and the auditorium, a control room, a studio, and more than a dozen editing suites. Local video producers. Are you drooling yet?
When we talk about having 16 editing stations, that's great because I do have 32 to 40 kids in my class. So if we had 4 editing stations, that would be a pretty busy computer monitor. The fact that we're going to be able to go 2 or 3 to 1 and the kids can work with a partner is really beneficial. And beyond the digital editing suites in here, you take 5 steps to our left and we're inside a control room.
This is where the CG operator sits, where character generator, which that person gets all the text that shows up on camera during our production. This is the switcher where the technical director sits. He can switch between cameras, the 3 cameras that we have in here. This is the audio board where you can mess with the different audio levels and the different mics that we have in either the sound room or on camera. And this is the teleprompter where you can move the text up and down for the anchor or the person on camera.
Then you take 3 more steps to your left and there's a fully equipped television studio. It's a good one.
This is our green wall. It wraps all the way around the room. It's used in post-production to add multiple backgrounds. We have our 2 backdrops. Here is one of our HD cameras with a built-in teleprompter. Up there, we have a robotic camera, which is controlled from inside the booth. And we have a great selection of lights, which provides multiple choices for lighting.
Move over, Matt Lauer. Alexander's looking for some FaceTime with the camera.
I really like being talent, being on camera. I also like operating the camera, but not as much.
I'm so excited. It's so cool. I love it. Ever since I was like 10 or 11, I was obsessed with the news, and that was all I would watch. And I always wanted to be on like the Today Show or something. And so the first time I went through the school and I found out that there was going to be like a newsroom in here, I was so excited. We're learning about kind of the basics of television, and we're kind of coming in here and learning about like the different stuff in the sound room and how to be a good interviewer and actually like conducting interviews like either in front of the class or like actually in the studio on camera. And I think just a lot of the basics of what producing television.
There are big plans for this brand new program in this brand new school. How about a Ridgeview newscast?
I want you to fade to black and then go to camera 2.
Eventually, these kids are going to be creating daily television. The idea is to do the Ravens report and to move from, a little 1-minute morning announcement to a 5-minute newscast to a 30-minute show that's created weekly. So for somebody to be able to walk in here and hit 50 buttons on a switcher and do dissolves and wipes and try to bring in chroma key and a remote signal and add the CGs and everything else, it's an entirely different skill set that they're acquiring than, I can answer all 50 of these questions.